What's up, everybody? So it's been a hot minute since we had a conversation. I'm actually right in between special guests. These episodes will be released very soon. Just sitting down, having conversation with more people in and around the academy. I think it's important. I think everybody has a story. The black belt isn't always the most important in the room, and I think a lot of you guys have stories that are going to inspire more people to train and make a deeper connection here within the academy. So I'm gaining momentum on the podcast, let's say that. Now, that goes directly in to what I want to take a moment to talk about. Discipline, motivation, all right? With something as long-winded as your jiu-jitsu training, right? Meaning you're going to train 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. That's a question I get asked a lot. You know, how is it that after 20 plus years in jiu-jitsu that you still have a passion for it? All right. Listen, there's days I don't. I'm just going to be honest with you. There's days I wake up and I go, man, I want to stay in bed, and we're all going to have those days. So essentially what I want to do is give you the top 5 ways that I've stayed motivated over the past 20 plus years. Number 1, momentum. Once you have momentum, you have to keep it going, right? And to get that momentum going, you just have to get started, right? It's just like the first time you walked into the gym, the academy. You were nervous, you kept coming up with excuses why you couldn't go this Monday and that Monday and the following Monday, and I'm going to start next Monday. Just get started. And that's with anything jiu-jitsu related. You want to get better at butterfly guard. Just get started. You want to get better at spider guard. Just get started. You want better chokes. Whatever. I don't care what it is. Just get started on it. Yeah, you're going to suck at it for a while. But once you get that rolling, you get that first sweep of your spider guard. Then you get a second sweep from your spider guard. Then a third. And then nobody's passing your spider guard. All right? It all comes from momentum. All right? Second thing. It's always kept me motivated over the past 2 decades is short-term and long-term goals. You have to, with something as long-term and prolonged as your jiu-jitsu training, you have to have short-term goals to keep you motivated, right? Yes, from day one you say to yourself, I want to be a black belt one day. Great, all right? But let's work on that first stripe on your white belt. Then let's say, okay, I want to be a blue belt after 16 months, right? I'm going to work super hard and I'm going to get my blue belt. I'm going to be a purple belt in 3 years. I'm going to train every single day, twice a day to get there. Whatever it is, you have to have these short-term goals along the way and prioritize those goals. That's so important, right? You can't go, well, I want to be a black belt one day, and then just start watching all the craziest stuff on YouTube, coming in and trying it, looking for shortcuts to tricks and tips and this. It's just show up, shut up, train, right? So prioritize your training. Short-term goals. Adapting to failure. That's been a big thing throughout my own jiu-jitsu journey, both on the mat and business-wise, right? Adapting to failure. There's going to be things that you attempt that just fail, and it's okay, right? A lot of times we just get overly discouraged, and that discouragement builds and builds and builds until we quit jiu-jitsu, right? You are going to suck at a lot of things on the mat. You're going to fail at a lot of things on the mat. Right? This is not a simple art, right? Jiu-jitsu's for everybody. That's the common saying, right? Jiu-jitsu's for everybody. Yeah, for about the first 6 months, and then you realize, man, I gotta work to be good at this, right? I gotta work to not suck at this. And as failures start to pile up, people quit. Right? It's the common occurrence in jiu-jitsu, right? Somebody gets their blue belt and quits. Why? Because they look at how hard they train to get their blue belt, and then they look at what it's going to entail to get their purple belt, and they go, well, I'm never going to be able to do that, so I might as well quit. Right? Now you have to adapt to failure. Injuries, right? You got to adapt to injuries with failure. I just recently did a workshop about Spider Guard, right? And I had it in my head that I was going to work a lot of Spider Guard this past month, what have you, and then I dislocated my finger, and I had a very difficult time playing Spider Guard because I can't really grip things. I can't make a fist with this hand currently. So, adapt to failure. I'm working my top game now. Once you set your goals and prioritize your goals, the next thing that I feel you can use to continually motivate is social media pressure. Put it out in the universe. I'm going to be a purple belt one day. I am going to compete at a Naga on October 1st. I am going to XYZ. Announce it to the world. Have some accountability for what you want to achieve. And putting it out there and letting people know that you're going to do it puts some accountability on you. All right, that you're going to work a little harder for it on the days that you don't feel like getting to practice for a second time that day. You don't feel like going for a run. You want to eat a piece of cake. That accountability of your social media declaration can really get your ass motivated. And the last thing I would say that's really kept me going over the past 2 decades with regards to jiu-jitsu is letting myself know that doubt is normal. There's going to be times where you go, can I do this? The answer is yes, you can, but you got to be willing to do the work. All right, so that self-doubt will creep in at times. Man, I'm never going to be good at Spider Guard. Man, I'm never gonna drop that 25 pounds, that 30 pounds, that 40 pounds. Man, I'm never gonna be a purple belt. Man, I'm never gonna be a black belt. It's just too hard. It's too this. It's too that. Man, you gotta. While that's normal, you gotta tell that self-doubt to fuck off. All right. So, momentum, get something going. Short-term goals, break them up and prioritize the goals. Adapt to failures. You're gonna fail at some point. It's okay. Adapt. Accountability. Have some accountability. And doubt is normal. Tell it to fuck itself. See everybody soon.